Welcome. Just want to show off the features of my drum sampler real quick. So obviously load it in. The first thing I want to talk about is this info panel. It shows you what your mouse is over. So you can hover over something you're not sure about and it'll give you a quick little description. You can also turn it off if it gets annoying, because it does. So you want to get samples in to the plugin. That's the first thing. So there's a couple here, and I can show you the preview. So you double click to play, and then you can click this autoplay that will preview them with each click, so you don't have to double click. You can do fast. This fader also affects this volume separately from the rest of the plugin. So you can add your own samples by hitting this plus button. This brings up a generic one, but you can do it faster and cooler, in my opinion, is if you have samples in your file explorer or finder. You can just drag a folder onto the browser there and it'll drop in there. So now you can hear them this way. So I'll just drop one of these in here. So we have a blank module here. You can see this is red, which means it's listening for any MIDI notes that I play. So I have a keyboard over to my right, and you can see that the notes changing. So I'll put my kick on C0 here. I'm not going to assign it a color, and it'll give me a random color. I'm just going to real quick record a little pattern so I can loop it. Okay, just really simple. Nothing crazy. And let's stop these so you can hear me talk. Okay, so then it's playing. You have a volume slider here, which is the obvious volume slides. You have your pan, left and right. You can hit the settings cog at any time and it'll take you back here. We can change color, confirm. You can also delete, obviously, cancel to go back. If you have, you can scroll this keyboard, and let's say your key's out of view, you can hit this settings cog and it'll actually scroll it into view. The coolest part of these modules, in my opinion, is the top waveform here. So this clip gain slider comes up and it's attached to your scroll wheel. So you can scroll up and down to affect the volume of your clip. That's really nice when you have sample packs where the volumes of the samples are all over the place. So this lets you quickly find a volume, and then you can fine tune with the big slider. All of the sliders in the plugin you can double click to take back to their 0 nominal value, including that one, including the output, and including this preview. You can also choose how long you want the sample to play, how much of the sample you want to play with each hit. So you can see here I'm adjusting which samples in this buffer are playing, which part of the sample is playing. You can also rename these to what you want. So let's add some more. I'm gonna add this kick here and assign it here. The other thing you can do, I'm gonna change the color to this color. The other thing you can do is you can drag multiple samples over here. So I could drag all these snares if I wanted to, like this. You can see there's 3 there. Drop them on, it creates 3 blank ones. And then you can assign them as you wish. So you can see the MIDI listen isn't on these by default. Eventually I'll probably have a global setting where you can change that. For now, just keep it like this. I'm just gonna click these assignments for now, but you can, as I showed you in the first one, you can play them on your keyboard like this over here. So just keep that one over there for now. And so let's add these hi-hats. 2 more. 10 I want there. Oh, MIDI listen. 10 I want there. Let's put 4 right there. And let's change that color back just so we can have some visuals. And you can kind of see we have a drum kit here. And let's here have a little play. So I'm just gonna real quick record in so we can loop the kit. Okay, it's pretty sloppy, but it doesn't really matter for this. I'm just gonna clean it up so it's not annoying. Like that. Okay, that is fine. So, like I said, you have all of these same features per sample, obviously, but one thing you can do now that's pretty cool when you have these full kit like this and you're listening to it, say like, I don't like this snare that much, so you can find a different, let's say I want snaps in there, and you can hot swap these. So now I don't have to reprogram anything, I can just swap these in. What did I say? I had the 9 in there, I think. So that's the big one. That's pretty cool. That was one of the original reasons I built the sampler, because I wanted to be able to hot swap like that. So we can actually take this a step further and we can bus out each module with this drop down here. These are your aux outputs. So I already have some audio tracks set up here. I have the kick drum. So we'll go ahead and configure that. KrumSampler, we'll choose 3/4 for the kicks. And my quick kick drums here, I'll go ahead and hit 3/4 and 3/4. And you want to make sure your monitor is in. And so what you can do is now you can put your plugins on this bus and treat it as an audio track. However you want to do that. And whatever you want to put in there. So we'll go ahead and bust the rest of these out so we can see the full effect. So 5, 6 will go here. Didn't assign this, so I'm actually just going to delete that. And you guys will be 7, 8. And I'll put you at 9, 10 because I'm going to put this in a different, I'm going to send this to this reverb over here. So we have the snares. Let's make the snares go out 5 and 6. And the hi-hats will go 7, 8. And these will be 9, 10, which will be a big verb. This is just has a send here. Actually, I'm going to send a little that. And so, oh, don't forget to monitor in on your bus tracks. So this allows you to now treat your whole drum kit, you know, bust out as you would an actual drum set, which is pretty useful. Again, we can still change anything we want. Yeah, so that's the gist of it. Some of the things I want to change, problems I want to solve. So the first one is definitely the file browser. It's pretty basic right now. You can collapse all the sections and the folders by double clicking. And you can, if you right click, you can rename or remove them, which is nice. Some basic features though. And obviously you can add with this, but this is like a template one that the framework provides juice, and it's not really fleshed out. So it'd be nice if you had your hard drive show up here and all that other stuff that you need, or, you know, specific folders. So that's a big one. The other thing I want to solve is I want to add a reverse playback for your samples, also pitch shift, so you can change the pitch. The last like big one I want to do is so you can rearrange these modules visually, where let's say I have these kicks here, which is nice and organized, but if I put in a new kick here, I can assign it obviously and do everything as I normally would, and I can send it out the right buses and everything, but it's the UI static here. So it would be nice if I could drag this over here, or maybe have some organization, you know, paradigm where you can keep things organized. And in that same vein, I would like a way where you could shift click or multi-select modules, and then you could apply the settings to all the modules that you've selected at the same time. So that's just some UI stuff, and I think that's it. I want to keep adding stuff. There's some backend stuff I need to do too, but that's the big one. And there's a couple glitches here and there when you assign multiple samples to the same MIDI note. So if I assign, same right now is C sharp 0, but I could assign it to the same one as this kick here. So you can see as I hover, the note shows up there, so I can click that. So now this sample, this MIDI is playing both these samples, which is cool, but you can see that flickering. You can see the flickering as I hover over on the keyboard. So you need to solve that. And also, you know, when you change these colors, one color is different than the other, but they have the same assignment. So there's some situations I need to work out there. That's pretty much it as an update. I'm going to update next month as well. Hopefully with the file browser. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet for the update. We'll see what kind of motivation I have. And then lastly, you can click on my website here to check out anything else. Thanks for watching.